a financially free or financially sound woman is an attractive female. So somebody that is going for their own bread. You understand? Not in a sense where you feel like you want to get the bread so you can ostracize and put aside men.
Oh, so you want us to have money, but you know what? If we have enough money where we say, go on over this and allow me become and have my money. Hey everyone, I'm Dania Beckford. Bold, sometimes brash, and since I'm the CEO of Broadtail Design, I consider myself Broadtail beautiful. It's time we make the conversations we have as women open, honest, and authentic as we navigate living our best lives. Join me as I have intimate conversations with women of all sizes, shapes, and confidence levels as we explore being broadtail. Hi Broadtails, how are you? So it's Thursday, so you know it's time to have our discussion on being broadtail. And this week, I have a little twist for now because I'm not talking to a woman. No, I'm talking to a man this week. We want to know all about what he thinks about confident women. We want to know if he like broadtail. And we're going to get a little bit of financial advice from him because you do know that our major partner is Sagicor. And we definitely know that a confident woman is a financially free woman. So today with me, I have Shamar Clarke. Shamar, how you do?
I'm great, man. Can't complain.
What's the way you look good?
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
You too.
You come out. You look real nice.
Thank you.
I like the fashion forward that you're going on with right here.
That's cool, man.
So Shamar, I heard that you love Appleton. And I love it too. I'm a reserved kind of girl.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite, actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
We start off our conversations with a drink.
Does that sound like a good conversation?
Yeah, man. Because we want it to be as authentic as possible. So just in case you needed something to start that off, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my dear.
And we're cheersing to a fabulous show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the next time you cheers with me, you're supposed to look right into my eyes.
Okay, fine.
So let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Cheers. So we met in 2019.
Right.
We were both at the Red Tie and Stilettos seminar, and we were both speakers there.
Right.
I had to go because I had another event, so I left. So I didn't actually hear your presentation. But when I spoke to Jody after, she told me that it was one of the standout presentations. And they're also a sponsor, but her another brand, the Yanni. You hear about her Yanni Spa?
No. Well, yes, she did tell me about it, and she's pushing it on social media.
Yes.
Anything Jody do, you know.
It's seller.
Premium.
Yes. But no, we want to probe your mind.
No problem.
We want to find out from you, what do you like in a woman? Because oftentimes, and let me just preface it. Oftentimes, women were up in our heads about what we look like, how we feel, how men make us feel. Some women do a lot of things to their bodies to impress men. And on the other side of the table, the man probably not even like them something they do. So we are going to probe the mind of a man today.
All right.
What do you like?
All right, let me answer it right like this. All right. So when I was younger, I there was a physical type that I would have gone for.
Tell me. I want to hear it.
High school days, I like the pretty face.
Pretty
so
face.
You had to have a pretty face in high school and slim like nothing in high school, right? And I had a number of those relationships going forward.
Right.
And then I got to a stage in life where you realize that physically doesn't really matter. Because there's so much unknown you can do. Or there's so much time you can spend with somebody that is beautiful, or you consider your physical attributes beautiful, and then that person has a bad attitude. There's so far and no more you can go with that person. So I got to the stage where I realized that that's not important.
Okay.
So
and where are you now?
Where am I now? What attracts me the most in a female right now?
Today, in this moment.
A woman's confidence is important for me. Right. She has to be confident. And by confident, I mean, have you ever been in a room where you're sitting down and then there's a woman just walks in, and then when she walks in, it's almost like you can sense the presence when she walks in the room.
Oh, I'm the woman that walks in.
Okay, so you're the woman that walks in that room. So you walk in now, and then there's this particular presence that you feel. You look around and you see this beautiful creature. Now, you want to talk to this person because she carries herself well. So that the woman I'm attracted to carries herself well. Now, I have a conversation with this woman and at an event. And then after the event, the only thing I can remember is the conversation that I had with this woman. So it has to be somebody that is mentally stimulating. Because I I found out later in life, as I say, I'm what I consider sapiosexual. So I'm really
A sapiosexual.
yes.
Tell us what a sapiosexual is.
It's a fancy term. It's a little fancy term, but it really just means that I'm attracted to intelligence in a woman. So that's really what I do. I want to I want to engage with somebody that is able to mentally stimulate me. So when we're having conversations, it is very rewarding. You feel as though you got something from the conversation. So somebody that is forward thinking, somebody that actually knows exactly where they might go, and then putting steps toward getting towards where they want to go.
Before we got to sapiosexual, you said that you love a confident woman. And confidence means different things to different people.
Right.
And I know you gave me that whole analogy of the woman that walks in, but in your mind, how would you define a confident woman?
Confident woman, somebody that really does believe in themselves. So they have a particular goal that they want to get to, and there's this belief, a personal belief in themselves that they can get it, and they carry themselves as such. So a confident woman is for me like you are a confident woman. So you're doing something now that you're doing your podcast and you're stepping out there and you're in a niche by itself, right?
Okay.
And you know exactly what you want to do and you're working towards that goal. So I'd automatically be attracted to you and what you're trying to achieve.
Let me just tell the viewers that he's recently married, so he's giving an example. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. But I know my wife is going to be watching
Yeah,
this.
she's going to be watching. Fabulous lady. Hello, wifey.
Yes, but it has a lot to do with really how you view yourself, right? Because you mentioned it earlier that women will change up a lot of things just to impress a man, right? And most of these things that you change up, we don't even notice. Because
Like what? Tell me some stories.
Here. I don't know when a woman she might change. She might wear the same outfit 3, 4, 5 times, and I don't realize because I'm not interested in the outfit that she wears.
Seriously. Wow.
So this type of shoes that she wears, she might have three pairs of shoes, right? And I don't know. Because that's not impressive to me. But now watch the shoes and what you're wearing.
Okay.
What I'm interested in is that you carry yourself well, your hygiene is taken care of, you're properly groomed,
You smell good.
And you smell good. Smell for me is a big thing. You have to smell good, right? Show me that your hygiene is up. You're actually focusing on taking care of yourself. Things like this. So, because what really does happen for me, what I've realized is people will treat you based on how you treat yourself.
True.
You understand? So a woman now that carries herself with that level of confidence forces everybody in her sphere, everybody that interacts with her, to treat her well. Yeah. So that is the woman that I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Because
That's
God
good.
forbid I have a family with this woman and I have a daughter. I'd want somebody that I can say she is the mother of my daughter. Right? Somebody that my daughter can emulate. So for me, when I look for a confident woman, I'm always looking to the future. You understand? If you were the mother of my daughter, would I be proud for you to be the mother
That's
of my daughter?
actually an excellent thing that you bring in, because a lot of the women that I actually interact with through the Broadtail brand, one of the things I realize is that if they have a situation where they're lacking in confidence, they always bring up a scenario that happened to them when they were small or something that didn't happen to them while they are like that. So the grooming of girls is so important to bring forth confident women in society. So it's really good that you pinpoint that. As a financial advisor at Sagicor, I also know that you guys have a total woman thing going on. Tell me about that.
So I like that plug. All right, so the total woman, Sagicor has a range of products, but in particular, when it comes down to the total woman, it was geared for the today's woman, the modern woman, and it was structured in a way where it caters to varying levels of a woman's life. So between 18 and 65, right? That's when you can actually get the plan. In this particular plan, it has 2 unique benefits on it: pregnancy and newborn complications. Yes. So that's important.
Right.
It's unique to this particular plan. You're not going to get it anywhere else.
So in no other plan you can't get that type of coverage.
Correct. You're not going to get that particular benefit on any other plan.
Okay.
It has carcinoma inside too for breast.
Okay.
And for that means that there are some abnormal. So if you have abnormal cells in your breast and they're clustered in a particular location, but they have not moved to another location, the plan covers that.
Nice.
And it's very important to note also that is unique to this plan.
Okay.
So it covers the critical illnesses. It covers the major critical illnesses, as a matter of fact, that are unique to women. It covers the life benefit, and most importantly, it covers the investment. I shouldn't say most importantly, but importantly, it covers the investment aspect. So
A confident woman is a financially free woman, you know.
Correct.
So nobody go on like say the investment part not very important. Right? I will want to know about the investment part because some people are walk out the street and their money not sort out and you can't be completely confident as a woman if it is that you're worrying about your money. So tell me about that.
Goes back to what you had asked earlier. So the woman might not necessarily be in the best financial state right now. But if she's mentally prepared to actually grow to get to a state where she's going to become financially free, that's an
You're
attractive
attracted
trait.
to her.
That's an attractive trait.
Nice.
So as well, you said it a while ago, a financially free or financially sound woman is an attractive female. So somebody that is going for their own bread. You understand? Not in a sense where they feel like you want to get the bread so you can ostracize and put aside men.
So you want us to have money, but you know what? If we have enough money where we say, go on over this and allow me become and have my money.
No, you can have all more money than me. It doesn't matter.
Really?
It doesn't. That doesn't bother me.
Are you sure?
That wouldn't bother me.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Let me put it in.
No, we're gonna talk about it because I feel like say you just assess so.
No, let me put it this way.
Yes.
When my wife and I got back together, is my high school crush.
What?
But when we got back together, financially at the time when we just started dating, she was far superior at the time. It never bothered me. I just knew.
You never feel no way?
No, because it
you did pay for the date then?
Of course. But if she
But
was
suppose she did pay for the date then?
If she was paying for the date, it would have been a communication between me and her. So it wouldn't be a situation where I go there and I'm sitting on a sponge on her or waiting on her to make the payment. Right? Yeah.
Right.
That is not the way of a man, as how I see it. Yes?
Okay, in your opinion.
So I was paying for the date.
Yes.
But at that point in time, she was earning more than me, but she didn't make it seem as though, so it wasn't as if she was looking down on me. And my view and my vision for the future was bigger. So she bought into that vision. So now, while my income is far superior now, it doesn't affect the household because it's one income, regardless of whatever. My income, her income is one income, right? Okay. So that's the view that I have. But when it comes
still
down
like to... ear or you like say your income far superior. We're going to drink to superior. We're going to drink to superior income. Because if you can tell my broadtails a little bit how to make their income superior, I'd like that as well.
Yes. So for your broadtail,
for my broadtail,
some of the things that person need to focus on are this. So we talked about the total woman a while ago. I'm gonna talk about the total package when it comes down to a woman and what should be in her financial portfolio.
Nice.
It's important for you to have a budget. Vital for you to have a budget in your portfolio. So if you don't know what a budget is, income versus expenses, that's the easiest way to look at it. Write on your income, write on your necessary expenses below it, go back over it. Right? So the bigger the gap you have between your income and expenses, the more money you now have to go into investments. Right. There's another thing that you need. You need to cover your risk management tools. The risk management area of your portfolio is going to have your life insurance, your critical illness insurance, because for the life, I'm sure that you would have person that you love and you'd want to, just in case you pass on, whatever. You don't want to replace your income. So the life insurance is important. The health insurance is vital, right? Because as women, I'm sure you understand that various health issues might come up.
Yes.
And you might need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, throughout this series for the podcast, we've actually spoken about a number of illnesses that women can have. I myself, I suffered with fibroids for a while. I had to do an operation. I had to do a C-section to have my baby. So I completely understand.
So, and the critical illness is also important. You mentioned C-sections. If it was an emergency C-section, the total woman would cover that.
Right.
So that's also another benefit, right?
Yes, man, I did swipe my card.
You swipe it?
Oh, yeah, I swipe it. So I had to swipe it at Andrews.
Right. So yes. So had it not been for you being forward thinking and having that benefit when you were in your situation, what would happen? You'd have to find that money out of pocket, right? And that's a challenge. So if most persons are not prepared for that, you're going to either have to find the money out of pocket, pressure somebody else, or take out a loan. Another portion of your portfolio,
or hope for a man that's financially superior to your financial situation.
I don't go respond to you.
No, you walked into that.
But there's another thing that I want person to look at. It's important to have an emergency fund. Okay. We hear about it ever so often, and with the onset of COVID, it showed how important it was.
Yes.
Right? It really is just a multiple of your necessary expenses. Right? So you can have 3 months of your necessary expenses, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. It depending on the financial advisor you speak to or the school of thought that you go to, it's going to determine based on how much. I say between 6 and 12 months. At Jamaica, this will live in that.
Jamaica.
And things can happen.
Yes.
Now, the part that people like about your portfolio, so after you take care of all those things, those are the risk management tools we want to look at.
So
now.
my health, my life, And my health includes my critical illness.
Good.
And I do my budget
Very
with
good.
my expenditures
Yes.
and my...
You're doing so well. Continue. if you don't get it in 2 seconds, you have to take a sip. 1, 2.
I'm sipping.
So it is your budget is really your income versus your expense.
Your income versus your expenditure. See, I knew that. I just wanted to sip.
You wanted to sip.
Yeah.
So the other thing that persons want to focus a lot on right now, because if you have your foundation set properly, now it is time to actually build wealth. Yes, and how can you build wealth? Saving is the first arm, right? Saving is the first arm, and you'd have saved when you're getting the emergency fund.
Right.
But now you want to make the money work for you.
Right.
How are you going to do that? You're going to invest. So now your investments are supposed to be for the future. Right? So you can have short-term investments, medium-term investments, long-term investments. People are retire, and this is for financially sound women. You're going to get to a point where you're going to retire if you live long enough. Start to think about your retirement. The age that you should start thinking about retirement is actually age 18. Once you reach adulthood, that's when you can actually start contributing to a retirement plan. So if you're once you're working now, contribute to a retirement plan and have that discussion.
And I want to retire nice, and I want to travel and them something. Them I want to take a picture in a Greece with the blue and white.
I don't want to do it when you're old and grey.
Yeah, man.
I don't have to wait until you're old and grey.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be old and grey because I want to be doing the things.
I saw a picture.
Climbing mountains and jumping off of all types of things.
Just cool, no? Dania, I saw a picture with two old people. It's a meme. They were in Italy, and they have a little black and white top like Pablo Picasso used to wear.
Right.
And the man are ready to sail the boat. And the two old people they must sleep. You understand? You don't want to be that person.
No, you don't want to not be able to enjoy your money.
Exactly. So it all comes down to a balance. You don't want to outlive your money. You want the money to outlive you.
Yes.
Then no, invest in assets. That is what's really going to change your life from just being a regular saver to somebody that is growing wealth. You have to have a discussion with a professional. That is their job to actually structure people's finances. They can sit down and you can talk with me. I can tell you, we can determine exactly if you're high risk, low risk, moderate risk, and then determine exactly what type of investments are good for you. So it is important, especially for women, because
Tell me why.
listen, I grew up in a household that is pretty much a single parent household. My stepfather was there, but my mother ran the household. You understand? And
Like most mothers in Jamaica.
exactly my point. So it is important for the women, especially, to have a firm grasp when it comes down to their finances, because you are who the children are looking to in terms of money management skills.
Yes.
You understand?
And also, she kind of run the house where money is concerned, because she go to supermarket, she know what the things them cost, the clothes them for the pitney, school things. So whereas daddy may give the money, but she's the one that's managing the affairs that the money is paying for.
And that's the point, right? So if the women are going to be responsible for the money in the household, and the children are going to be looking towards the person that is managing the money in the household, what do you think is going to happen? If you're managing the
Children
money
will follow
poorly,
what they see.
they're going to follow what they see, and then the cycle repeats itself consistently.
Yeah.
So to fix what we see happening in Jamaica, it can be fixed, but we can't do it without the women. My life would not have been where it is today had it not been for beautiful women. Right? So I'm grateful, and that's why I go so hard when it comes to what I do.
Who are some of the women who have been mentors for you?
All right, so big up my granny. God rest her soul. That she taught me very, 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 very valuable lessons when I was growing up. You understand? My granny she taught me, because sometimes we look and say we didn't inherit anything, but I inherited good values from my granny.
Wisdom.
Yeah, man, wolf of wisdom. She used to tell me something like, and then the same day, leave got water but I'm rotten.
Right.
Understand? And I grew to understand what she meant. And she taught me that no matter how much money, no matter if I broke like dog today, nobody should know.
Yes.
Nobody has to know how much money you have.
Yeah,
Carry yourself well.
A thing about our grandparents and some of our parents, they taught us about dignity.
Yes, man.
Just because you don't have as much as somebody else, it does not mean you have to look or act a certain way.
And that is it. My mother. The whole world can tell you the love and respect I have for my mother, because she fought for me from trust me, my mother. So she taught me how to just be a hard worker, right? And have respect for everybody around, and just be very humble, right? So if I can, we could do an entire episode
On your mother.
So I can't go do that. Auntie Lisa, she took me in. Another auntie, she took me in, and when she didn't really have to, at a time in my life that I really needed it, and things, and she really helped me. You have people like Alexa, people like Anna, and these were at a point in my time people that I was involved with, but they really.
So you had a whole host of women who actually ensured that you're the type of man that you are right now.
Miss Garden. There are so many women that I've looked up to over the years that really just checked for me and really helped to shape my life, right? And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. And these are strong, confident women. But they just saw something in you and they tried their best to help and to push.
I'm going to go ahead and say that these strong, confident women actually influenced you to be attracted to other strong, confident women.
And that I believe. And that I truly believe.
Can we drink to that?
Boy, I tell you, I like this. You can invite me back. You can invite me back. I'll be happy to come.
You'll be happy to come for the Appleton. Okay, so I'm going to flip it a little bit and ask you, what is your favorite body part on a woman and why? So we already know you like her mentals, you like her smart, you like her intelligent, you like her go-getter, you like her to take care of herself and look good. What's your favorite body part?
If I tell you, you're going to probably tell me a line. But you'll understand why when I tell you why. Eyes. You can't lie. The eyes are my favorite part of the body part because you can't lie with your eyes. You can lie with your smile, you can lie with every feature on your face, but your eyes don't lie.
Windows to the soul.
At
deep, I get deep on my set.
That's cool, no?
Okay, so I know that you are into financial planning and ensuring that everything is structured and well thought out. But I am a little into the things that my mother tells me. And because I know based on what you just said about how your mother grew you and all of that, I know you gotta understand what I'm about to do. This plant here, my mother gave it to me. It's called a ZZ plant. And she gave it to me for two reasons. She said, one, it's easy for grow, so you're not going to kill it. And two, it's actually called the money plant. And it's supposed to bring prosperity into your home. So I had to have it on my set. And I know that you believe in financial planning, and I believe in it too. But I allow all my guests to just touch my money plant for me, please, because I want you to have prosperity in your life.
Can I take
No, you cannot take my plant. You can only touch my plant.
So like, no, I just need to rub off like a leaf.
Yes.
What else? Can I take a leaf?
No, can you not take a leaf? I can get you your own ZZ plant, but do not take a leaf of mine.
Yeah, okay. This is I don't want to put one of this in my office.
Yes, I will get you one for your office.
And I would appreciate it.
No problem at all. The ZZ plant. And also...
I'll be sharing this information with a lot of people.
Yes, please.
The ZZ
and
plant.
you can look it up for true. I did actually look it up, but I like the story, but my mother tell me I should tell me for true. So, Shamar, I heard that you're a big Bob Marley fan. And you know we're at Harry J Recording Studio, and this is where he did his first 5 albums. I know that as we are sip with Appleton, you like that.
Oh, listen. When I heard a while ago, I saw it go. I couldn't believe it. Listen, Bob Marley have this. I respect him to a point I can't even explain in words. His documentary. You watch his documentary?
Yes, I did.
I watched the documentary, and after watching the documentary, I had a lot more respect for him. Then realizing that these first 5 albums, were recorded right here in the same room that I am sitting right now. Nothing has been changed.
It hasn't been changed.
Bob will say this about heavy vibration, but I like it. So.
I like it.
I like this. Probably that's why the vibe. So it's a good vibe here today.
It is, and you know what I tell everybody when I tell them about Harry J Recording Studio is that when you get in here, there's a little vibe that you feel.
Yeah,
and that's why it was the perfect.
Feel like family, like you come in and feel like family. I like it. And that's why.
Make a drink to that.
Bob the boat.
Yeah, Bob the boat. I'm the boat too. Now I want to get you to know you a little bit more. What's your favorite color?
They claim it's not a color, it's a shade, but it's black.
I'm not accepting that though.
What, black?
I mean, I like black too, but it really is a shade. So outside of black.
Outside of black, it would be gold.
Gold. I like gold too. It's very royal.
Very royal.
If you are an animal, what animal would
Lion.
you be? So yeah.
Simple.
From me not even get to say animal.
Lion.
Why?
Alright, when I grew up as I was born on the 18th of August, so I'm a Leo. And then I grew up just loving the majesty of a lion and how simple it is. He might not be the biggest, just like myself. He might not be the biggest.
Oh, that's what you're working with.
You understand?
He may not be the biggest.
But he's the most respected in his space. You understand?
Even though the lioness hunts for his food?
There are certain attributes of a lion that I don't necessarily love. I'm lazy.
And he sleeps for 20
odd hours. 20
odd
hours a day. He's a bit lazy. But
he's also fierce when he needs to be.
But he's also fierce. So you said a little bit of time when we get up on a movie, like 4 hours, he makes the time count.
Okay.
So
I'll take it. Now, in the beginning of our conversation, you talked about the type of woman that you liked during the early period of your life. And so I know that over time, things change for people. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
A 20-year-old self, in regards to women or just in general?
In general.
In general, stay focused. Keep focused. The goals that you had, the goals that you have, you will get them. Just keep going. Not forgetting. Just keep going. Just keep going and stay focused. That's all. Listen, I could have answered this question just as fast as I answered the lion question, because I've thought about it so often. Mm-hmm. If I could go back to my 20-year-old self and talk to him, but just tell him to stay focused, because the thing that I was thinking when I was 20, I was dreaming so big, but then you get sidetracked by people, and they take it from your goals because they make it seem as if your goals are they're not achievable.
Right.
You know, and then you go all the way around and you come back to a point where you realize that
this is the same thing I really wanted to do.
And your goals are fully achievable. Yes. So I just tell him, say, listen, stay away from the negative people that are around you, stay focused, and keep going.
And for the women out there that still think that they need to either change themselves or have certain attributes because they think men will like them for it, what would you say to them as a man?
You're not supposed to change yourself for the benefit of anybody else. Yes? Change yourself for the benefit of yourself. So if you're going to be working on yourself, self-growth, right? Self-actualization, growing yourself, improving on yourself, that is what you're supposed to be focused on, not what he or them want, right? Because if you do that, you're never going to be, you can't live your life living, you can't spend your life living somebody else's life, technically, right? Focus on yourself. Focus on growing yourself for your own benefit. So think as big as you possibly want to think and dream the ideal life that you'd want for yourself and how your ideal self would be like if you were your ideal self, and work towards that, not to fit into any mold just to be the benefit to be of benefit to somebody else. No.
And as we continue in this pandemic, where some persons are not able to see the light at the end of the tunnel financially, what's your advice for them?
All right, I'm a history buff. Back in the day, you used to call me like a little gangster nerd.
Gangster nerd.
Regardless of the fact that the party going or whatever it is, I like to read. History repeats itself, right? And if you spend the time to look at what happened before, when pandemics have hit the world before, there's a period of recovery. So there is hope at the end of the tunnel. There's hope if you can hold on and if you can implement some of the financial tools that you can find. Right? So if you're in a situation where you realize that you're not seeing anything and you're feeling depressed or stressed, reach out to persons that are in the financial field that can help. That's what we're here for. And
because I see that you're looking so hot, your wife set you up proper, because me not even going to say, you set up yourself. No, because you know, out of street, when man come out of street and them don't look good, people always say, I saw him wife make him come out of the yard. So when him do look good, me I gonna say, your wife make you come out look hot out of your yard. And we have a special part of our episode that we call the sleek confidence pose. And I usually do it with my females, but because you come out so hot, you come right through. Well, I figured do the sleek confidence pose. And nobody going like you gotta go outdo me either. All right? We're gonna do a pose off.
A pose off?
Yeah.
I have about 4 poses. What is?
You have 4 poses. You have more than many people.
Flash and feel it. Flash and feel it. Flash and feel.
So many new industries always open when there is a world crisis.
Just cool, no? I'm just so grateful that I was here at this stage of the game, and I'm here today and still alive, and I could have been able to take advantage of some of the opportunities that presented themselves throughout the pandemic, and they are still here. You understand? It will happen again. You understand? There, it will happen again. So you just need to prepare yourself for when it happens again. Protect ourselves while we're going ahead, because at the end of the day, the real true wealth is our state of health. You understand? So if your health is compromised, then no matter how much money you think you want to make it, you're not going to have. You're not going to have
be able to do it.
Yeah, you're not going to can do it, or you're not going to even be able to enjoy it if you do make it. Have a sit down with an advisor if you need it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I know my broadtails never expected this, because we've been talking to women all season long, and then boom, we just hit them with a man. But I want to ensure that my ladies are holistically confident, and one very important part of that is being financially free. And also, women, we can't exist without men, and men can't exist without us. So
Correct.
For the equality of all, for it all, I'm very happy that you came and dropped some wisdom on us, financial wisdom, and a little bit about how man think too, because we believe it's a mystery same way. So thank you so much. But all the ladies that come on my set, I gave them broadtail cover-ups, but I don't feel like that is your look at all.
No, I don't think it would be at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on what you have on, I don't see you wearing a broadtail cover-up at all. But because we both love Appleton so much, I decided that you had to go home with a bottle for yourself.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, my dear.
Being a part of this.
Yes, I.
Yes. And I want to thank my audience as well. You always show up and you always listen to our fabulous interviews. And I love you so much for supporting the Being Broadtail podcast. I promise to always give you great content to keep you bold, to keep you brash, and to keep your broadtail beautiful. And you know, we always leave you with a quote. And this one is because he's here. Now, if he cannot appreciate the beautiful abstract art of your stretch marks, he shouldn't be allowed to experience the intricacies of the mysteries of your vagina. Thank you.
Living the E-Life easy. Live the E-Life with Sadio Core Life.